What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Millennial Investor. We are here showing you guys how you can retire just from this one option strategy with NVIDIA today. It's extremely simple. If it does seem in any way whatsoever difficult, hard to understand, put it in the comments and I'll try and explain it to you guys on there. For whatever reason it may be, questions, if you guys have any advice for myself, if you want me to cover any of the stocks to see if you guys are holding some certain stocks like SoFi, HIMS, and want to learn this strategy on there and see how much you would be earning a return, then let me know in the comments and I'll start doing a video on that as well. Potentially, no guarantees. We'll see how good this video does. But I enjoyed doing the video. The strategy I use myself, I'll show you my actual, not profits and losses, but you guys can see how well I'm doing. You can see a big upstart. This is just the past 7 days as well. We can go back further, but we'll just keep it at this for now. So obviously, starting with NVIDIA, what can we see? Well, obviously, we haven't had a new all-time high yet, and the clear warning right now, I guess I could say, if people are starting to panic, could this be the head and shoulders? I don't believe so. There's a lot to it. People are saying it could be simply because the pattern's there, but then again, you could have said the pattern was here. Did it happen? No, it didn't break out. Tiger would have been down here. That hasn't happened whatsoever. So I don't see that happening at all. I can see us actually flipping this as a nice support zone eventually. Make this green. This is what I genuinely believe this as well. I see we could actually flip this to a support zone and start to do something along these lines. Hold up and then start moving upwards. And I do believe this to be the case with the overall market as well. If you guys saw my video from yesterday or the day before that, I'm extremely bullish on the overall market conditions. Regardless of the tariffs going on, I feel like the tariffs are all bark, no bite. I feel like, yeah, we had a massive scare for the tariffs around this level right here where we came falling down below $90 for NVIDIA, which was absolute steal. I didn't get in there myself. I was looking at other projects and other companies like HIMS and SoFi, which I went into heavily and did really well with. But yeah, you guys can retire from NVIDIA, and I'll show you guys that right now. Well, this will be a longer video, so make sure you guys got your tea, your coffee, or a drink or snack to follow along with. You can see here, these are the stocks that I'm actually in at the moment, not the TQQ, I'm in the triple Q. So NVIDIA. So a lot of people tend to do this options, whether it's a wheel strategy or naked options with companies that they don't really want to hold for the long run. You guys can see from NVIDIA's earnings that they released. Like, yeah, they had to about $5 to $8 billion that they had to, they weren't able to actually send to China because of the tariffs, the laws, the regulations. However, they still managed to beat on EPS and their revenue. And yeah, it was ever so slightly with the 43 billion for the quarter. They would have done well over 53 billion if they were actually able to sell to China throughout that period, I should say. So they're going to continue to beat and beat and beat. Data center revenues continuously going on the up and up. So it's looking positive. Everything towards AI, they're going to be using NVIDIA chips. Like, yeah, AMD, SMCI. There are other competitors as well in the market that are on the up and up. However, NVIDIA, the best in the market at the current given time. So you can typically feel more comfortable owning the stock, knowing that they're going to be continuing to beat on revenue, on guidance, on free cash flow, which is the most important thing. But enough of that. So I actually would go to about 24 to 30 days. You can go longer, but I just stay around the 24 to 30 day region if I'm doing this strategy. And so because markets aren't open, they're not the most accurate premiums, okay? So take it with a pinch of salt, ever so slightly. This could be like $1 off, 50 cents off, whatsoever. But you can see, like, I am paying for updated market data every single month from interactive brokers, which I really do like the broker. At first I was Robinhood. It didn't feel as safe to me as being with a proper broker, so I swapped to IBKR, which, yeah, the support is top notch. You can ring them less than 1 minute delay to get in touch with the actual human, which is nice to see rather than everything going towards AI. So yeah, I've got a pages up for you guys so we can keep track of everything right here. NVIDIA wheeling, retire young option strategy. And this is generally what it is. It's a retire young strategy. It's nothing, it's not clickbait. It is extremely possible. Why? Because I do it, okay? I can still access that, can I? Oh. Yeah, I can still access that. Okay, great. So what we want to do is, so you can see NVIDIA is currently trading at $138. If you want to own NVIDIA, let's say for $130, let me actually show you guys. So I actually would want to own this at $130. I believe anything under 130 is a steal for NVIDIA, okay? And we can draw this right on the chart right now. There you go. And that is also confluencing with my 20 EMA, which typically we might come to and then bounce back off. Do I think that's going to happen? Maybe in the short term, which is perfectly fine, because if we hit that level, I'll be in NVIDIA, and then that's where the second part of the strategy comes in. So we'll see how this video goes. I might just do the cash secured put version for this video, and if we do well, you guys like the video, I can show you guys what will happen if we do own the shares. But we'll see how long this video goes, because I don't want it to be too long so it becomes boring for you guys, but we'll see. I don't really mind doing a 20-minute video for everyone. So that's marked there now, $130. We're happy owning that. Okay, so we go back to the options chain and we find $130 right here. So it's saying for every 100 shares that we say we want to buy for NVIDIA, so that would be $13,000. We'd have to put up $13,000 because 100 shares times 130 is $13,000. So you would need $13,000 to be able to buy one contract. So one contract here, it says it will pay us $260. Okay, just for putting $13,000 down. What is that? So we can work that out right here. 260 divided by 13,000. That is a 2% return in 30 days. Okay, not mind-blowing, but it's better. It's market beating, and it will compound every single month. Let's say you guys want to own it at $135. Okay, you click here, sell. Let that update. There we go. That's incorrect. That is giving me an incorrect sum of money. Okay, so typically that would be higher. That's why I'm saying, because this is inaccurate. Let's go to 136. Okay, so we can go here. One contract. So for $13,000, instead of getting paid $260, you're getting paid $490 in premium. That's yours straight away. As long as you say, okay, if after 30 days NVIDIA's price is below $136, you're happy to buy 100 shares at 136 instead of the 138 that we're at today. You're collecting $490 instantly, straight in your pocket, straight in cash. You can withdraw that, you can spend that, or you can save that, let it compound. That's the beauty of this strategy. But let's say you have $130,000, okay? Not out of the realm of impossibility. Let's say you put 10 contracts down. You're getting paid $4,900 just for the month, just on that 130k. So what is that in a percentage base? Well, let's work it out. 4,900 divided by 130,000. That is a 3.7% return. Annualized, 45% return on your money. You can't get that anywhere else. And why is it semi-safe? Because you're owning a key stock, one of the Mag 7, which is continuously in the leading sector of AI for the market. And it's continuously beating revenue, EPS, guidance. People want it more and more and more. And they're focusing on development for the future, better chips, Blackwell chips coming out. Everything's improving with the company. So you don't actually mind holding the company rather than doing it with a penny stock, which might have higher premiums and pay you 6% in a month. But if you actually own the shares at 136 of that penny stock, it could go to zero. The chance of NVIDIA going to zero, extremely unlikely. Okay, you guys saw with the Black Swan event, you can call it that, when we fell. How much did we actually fall on NVIDIA? Let's get my measuring tool out. We started falling from, I'd say, we can count it from here. Yep. We fell a total of 35%. But you can see we also had a gain from the bottom to the top of 64%, and right now currently 58%. So you can see when we do have a pullback in NVIDIA, because it's such a high demand stock, it's such a safer play than a typical stock, like I keep stressing to you guys, we bounce back because the stock has value. It's always developing. That's what you want to see with a company. You want to see it developing, getting into new sectors, new segments, bringing out better chips, improving itself. And you want to see demand consistently coming in for the company. Like other companies, hyperscalers are already pledging, like, yes, we want to use more of your GPUs. We want to have our data centers run on NVIDIA GPUs. And that's what you want to see. You want to see demand because they can't find anything similar at the moment. So you're happy owning the shares. So if we write this down just to make things a bit easier, a bit simpler, you can say, let's change this, make it a bit better, make it a bit bigger for you guys. I remember some people saying that they were on iPhone and they weren't able to see what I was typing. So I'll try and make it a bit bigger. There we go. And now, here. So with $130,000, you can get a 3.7% return. Okay? And that $130,000 will pay you $4,900 in a month, okay? And that with that money, you can do whatever you like. You can spend that, you can reinvest it. If you reinvest that will be the best way if you compound it. You can even use it to put into stocks for your long-term bag or into your high dividend bag. But because it's only a 10-minute video, okay, let's say, okay, you got now, after it's been 30 days, magically, it's been 30 days, okay? Stick with me here, guys. It's been 30 days now, and NVIDIA's price is at $135. Oh no, we're $1 under. Doesn't matter. You had to buy the shares at $136. So your $130,000 is in the market. You're in NVIDIA at 136. So now what you do is you come over to this call section, and now you need to sell your shares. So now we go higher, okay, because we're saying after 30 days, we're happy to sell our shares of NVIDIA. So we can go to, let's say, for example, let's go to here, 325. So we're saying we're happy to sell our shares of NVIDIA after 30 days if the price has gone from when we bought it at 136 to $144, okay, right here. And that would pay us, let me get rid of this one, that will pay us $3,250. This is going to be a little bit tricky, so stick with me right now, okay? Let's draw this out. So that was all the green, that was the cash secured put. We're going to do this in a different color. We're going to try and make this, let's make it an orange, okay? So this is the covered call. This is the covered call now, guys. So we've got $130,000 of NVIDIA at a price of $136 per share. You follow me? We bought 100 shares. We bought 1,000 shares, but you understand where I'm coming from. Okay, so $136. They're paying us $3,250 for saying, just for saying, we'll sell at, what was the price? $144. $144. And now let's say, after 30 days, NVIDIA's price is at $148. So yeah, we missed out on that $4 difference because we said, if it's whatever price in the future, in 30 days time, NVIDIA is at, if it's above 144, we've sold at 144. We're happy selling at 144. But remember, we also took that $3,250 premium for absolutely free, just to go in our back pocket. So we're owning the shares that we want to own, and we're also making an income off it. There's nothing negative about that. That is absolutely brilliant. You're basically renting out your stocks. And that's a strategy people don't know exists. But here's the beauty of it. So we just profited $3,250. Let's make that green. Okay, and what percent is that? Let's work that out. 3,250 divided by $130,000. That's a 2.5% return. Okay, that's 2.5% return just on the premium. But this is where it gets interesting. Remember, we bought at $136 and we sold at $144. You catching where I'm coming from? What is the difference between them two? The difference is $8. $8 difference. And remember, we bought 1,000 shares. So look at this. Take us 10 contracts. Each contract is 100 shares. We bought 1,000 shares. So $8 profit on the capital appreciation in that month, going from $136 to when you bought it and selling at $144. That is an extra $8,000 that you earn in that 30-day period. And this is where it gets absolutely amazing, because you got that $8,000 in that capital appreciation plus that $3,250 from the premium that you got instantly on that day that you sold 30 days before. And what total is that? 8,000 plus 3,250, $11,250. That is your total profit on the covered call. So that's why you want to own the stock, because the issue that a lot of people have, they'll sell the cash secured put here saying they're happy to own the stock. But if the stock falls below 136, like we said with the NVIDIA, went to 135, people would get scared and not want to own the stock. You don't want to be in that situation. You want to own the stocks you're comfortable holding for a month, a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, because then you're not worried about getting assigned the stock, because this is where you make the money. You make the money on the covered calls rather than the cash secured puts. Like, yeah, you still are getting a higher premium here and you're still making money. But on the covered calls, you're getting a juicy capital appreciation as well, just like we said here. Buying at 136, you sold at 144, $8,000 profit, but you also got that premium. And what is that? Let's work this out. So $11,250. We're going to divide that by our $130,000. And that's going to give us 11,250 divided by 130,000, 8.65%, or times by 12, 103% annualized. That is the power that you guys can actually have just with $130,000. Now, if you only got if you've only got half of that, then you can do the same, and it will still be $6,000, roughly 5.5. But you can see the power of this. If you're looking toward retirement, you're obviously going to have potentially over $100,000. So this could be even doubled to $250,000, $500,000, and you can kind of work it out there. And if you do have larger accounts, put it in the comment section. We can talk and we can try and make something happen that could be more beneficial. Like you can have an NVIDIA, an index play, a dividend play, where it's much, much safer and scalable. If you have a smaller account, put it in the comments as well, and I can maybe make a video on stocks that you can do it with $5,000 with, $8,000 with, because I do the same. I've done the same with multi-six-figure accounts that are myself, one here to be precise, or even ones that are, when I was starting out, $7,000, $8,000, because you don't want to focus on the dollar amount. You want to focus on the percentage gain, okay? Because if you're making consistent 2, 3, 4% every single month, that's going to continuously compound and grow your account. You don't want to be speedy with it. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. Whoever's selling you on that, if people are selling you on that, that's not how it should be. It's a slow growth, but it will grow if you take your time with it. But this is a retirement strategy, so it has to be safe. It's the best way to be safe on a safer company that you believe in and you expect to go up in the long run, which I do believe NVIDIA to consistently go up in the long run. I can see NVIDIA hitting new all-time highs by the end of July. Okay, and I genuinely believe that. I can see $160, $170 NVIDIA coming very, very soon. So I'm genuinely not worried about owning the stock. If you guys did enjoy the video, I hope you appreciate my time that I spent helping you guys with this and giving you the education. And smash that like button, share it with a friend, and hit that subscribe button. But comment your thoughts down below as well. I know I've said so much to do there, but just smash all the buttons. It means a lot. And I hope you found it valuable. Peace.